welcome, 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 welcome. Hey, we live, we live. So it's Lil LA Stay Live. I'm gonna try to see if some people gonna jump in with this live video. Once again, it's Lil LA Stay Live. Recently started my channel back in December. Lately, I've been posting about crystals, uh, and now I'm about to jump into the chakras, uh, the colors that we see from day to day, and I'm going to give you guys my science on that. uh, yeah, so make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel to all your families and friends out there. Surely appreciate it. Uh, yeah, so the channel is mainly about, you know, crystals. I'm just finding my way to relate to my audience, or find the audience. I think I did like maybe over 20 videos of crystals, and I've been doing a few of nature. So you may see about 10 videos on nature, and today's gonna be my first day uh, speaking about the science. So I'm gonna give you guys a science perspective of the chakras. All right. If you want to know, everybody know the color chakras: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Those resonate with our chakras. But what I'm trying to do is go in a little in depth about these chakras. So if y'all ready, y'all give me a look, give me y'all attention, and let me explain to y'all the chakras and its frequencies that you may not have known or may not have calculated, that I put into calculation with my research. So everything may not just be as accurate, but I did good research. Basically, the main subject is going to be about the frequencies of the earth and the colors that you see on earth. So, yeah, let's jump into it. I'm going to give you guys some subjects that we're going to be speaking about today, which is dealing with the hertz. All right, terahertz. We're going to be talking about meters and nanometers. We're going to speak about the visible light. Okay, and we're going to speak about wavelength meters, frequencies. All right, and we're going to speak about the ultraviolet, A, B, and C. All right, and basically we're going to try to connect all of those together. So I had put something together. If y'all want to follow through with me, like I said, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button, or tell your friends to hit the like button. Tell everybody to hit the like button. So here we go. And thanks to all my subscribers. Picked up like maybe 10 subscribers to video out. Let's 1 hertz. 1 hertz equals the number of cycles per second. 1 hertz. Okay. Um, I can show you guys what I'm reading. All right. So yeah, it'll be best if you can just let's see how this gonna work. Yeah. So it'll be good. Just listen. So 1 hertz equals the number Now, 1 hertz also equals to 1 trillion terahertz. Okay, that's why they got terahertz, because it's relating to of a hertz. Okay, all right. So terahertz, it has a frequency to it. I want you to keep that in mind, because we're gonna put this all in perspective of what we see on this earth. All right, 1 meter. Okay, we're moving to meters now. 1 meter equals 1 billion nanometers. Okay, and 1 meter also equals 3 feet, 3 inches, 3.228 inches. All right, moving on. So we're gonna deal with the earth, and how we're gonna deal with that is by telling you that the number of miles in length, the earth has. Um, not concerning. I'm not concerning like northwest or east. No, not north south or east west. I'm just giving the number of miles it takes to travel around the earth. I mean, when I googled, it was 24,901 miles. Okay, all right. So if y'all ever need to understand the calculation that I got, you may want to rewind the video. I appreciate it. Just keep up with me with these numbers. All right, is 24,901 miles in length, like to travel around. And then we got the Earth, right, in meters, right? That would equal up to 40,074,274.9 meters. All right. And in order to get the nanometers, you had to time that by billions. That's because 1 meter equals 1 billion nanometers, right? Cool. So if you did that, you would get the meters in for the Earth, the number that I gave for the meters. But there's in your calculator, it may look like 4e16 meters, right? Which will equal around 640 nanometers. All right, that's what that would equal around. All right, and so now I'm gonna have to jump into and let you guys know when it comes to the visible light, the wavelength meters, the visible light, everything that you see, you can only see, with your naked eye. Okay, and that is from 400 nanometers to 700 nanometers. That's the visible light. Okay, not saying that there's nothing above or below, which we're gonna get into that. It's just that what you can see with your naked eye is between 400 and 700 nanometers. All right. I'm gonna also let you guys know that when it comes to the terahertz frequency that we have with our bodies and our mind, our conscience, it's basically the frequency is between 400 terahertz to 750 terahertz. Okay, to that part, yeah, I'm gonna speak about the colors between the visible light and the terahertz. You know, visible light wavelength meters. Okay, beyond a ultraviolet light. which they have ultraviolet A, ultraviolet B, and ultraviolet C. Okay, ultraviolet A is is on the terahertz. We still here? Okay. Ultraviolet A is on the terahertz, right? Between 315 nanometers. Sorry about that. So ultraviolet light A is between, so that's wavelength, as far as you can see, right? We're dealing with the vision still, you know, like I was saying, beyond the vision that you can see with the naked eye, is by using the ultraviolet light. So if you get an ultraviolet light, you notice that you can see other colors, and these are the nanometers, the wavelength that you can add that you're seeing. Wavelength A is between 315 nanometers to 400 nanometers, and B is from 280 nanometers to 315 nanometers, and ultraviolet C is from 180 nanometers to 280 nanometers. That's the wavelength that you're able to see. So um, I haven't researched, but I'm pretty sure whenever you blue, green, and orange, right? And then you can sometimes get a red. So I haven't researched that yet. But all right, so back to the Earth and its nanometers, 640 nanometers. How we're gonna calculate, chakra chart, right? Chakra chart for red, right, is from 620 nanometers to 780 nanometers. That's red. Okay. I can show y'all what I was doing. I'll show y'all what I was doing. See if y'all can see. That's red, for the nanometers. Then you have orange, 585 nanometer yellow, 570 nanometers to 585 nanometers green, 490 nanometers to 570 nanometers. Okay, in case y'all missed it, green is 490 nanometers to 570 nanometers. Blue is 440 nanometers to 420 nanometers to 440 nanometers. And violet is from 400 side. I have the frequency in terahertz. Ultraviolet from 400 to 420 nanometers, right? But you got 400 and 400 terahertz to 480 terahertz for the color red. That's the frequency of red. 510 terahertz for the color orange. 530 terahertz for the color yellow. 530 terahertz to 600 terahertz color green. 600 terahertz to 670 terahertz for the color blue. 670 terahertz to 700 terahertz color indigo. 700 terahertz to 750 terahertz color violet, right? I want to show y'all that. All right, and now we're working how we get the frequency and we're searching for the color, the main colors for the wavelength The wavelength has to do with nanometers, right? And so we are already figured out the way the length of the Earth to get around the Earth, right? So that's as wide as the Earth get. It don't get no for it don't get no bigger. We're just gonna use what Google have. 24,901 miles. 640, right? You get the color red. That's the wavelength, and the frequency uh is and that frequency is red as well between 480, right, and 400 and 480 frequency. It'll be on that wavelength. That's what the Earth is. That's what our root chakra, the entire Earth, the ground, the land, the core of the Earth, okay, is based off of the well, I ain't gonna say the core, but the land of the Earth is based off the root chakra, right? It's almost making sense a little bit. The root chakra, the land, so on and so forth. Let's see what I'm trying to get into is the 640 nanometers, right? But you have, and that's it don't get no higher than 780 nanometers. But your visual light, what you can see, it doesn't go higher than 700. So how is it that we can see the Earth, right? And and it's actually saying that the actual color frequency 20 nanometers and 780 nanometers, right? But you can't see past 700 nanometers. Something you must know, right? So what you need to do is what I did was I took the 700 from the 780. Uh, See, the 700 is the visual light that we, but the color red is 780. It's higher than what we can actually see. Okay, but 700 is still is part of the root chakra. 700 is part of the root chakra. So I took 700 from 780, right? And what you get, you got 80 left, right? So right now I need to take, because we can't see past the 700, we still have 80, nanometers left when it comes to the red chakra concerning the eye. I took the 80 from the 640 nanometers of the Earth. And what did I come up with? I came up with 560 nanometers, right? That color between 500 and, all right, 560 nanometers. I found that it's green. Green is 490 nanometers between and 490 nanometers and 570 nanometers. Since I got 560 nanometers, okay, the color green is what we're actually seeing on Earth. Like like when you look at the Earth, the most important color for the human body, the human visible light, color green. That's why I get the signs that mostly grass come from the earth. That's the type of stuff that give us oxygen, so on and so forth. Plants grow food, uh, lots of other things, when it comes to green. But that's the frequency that you need to because anything else, you'll just be looking at the ground, waiting for something to come out the ground. You don't know what it is, but now you know what it is. It's gonna be the color green. That's what you're looking for, color green. So the whole thing about and that's part of the heart chakra. I want you guys to know that. So the green color is part of the heart chakra. You know, on that wavelength, the wavelength of that is between 490 to 570 nanometers. That terahertz. Okay, focus on the frequency of the green. Here we go. All right, so we got that down pat, right? So let's jump into. We already spoke about each color, right? Cool. Now I'm gonna go deeper when it comes to the earth. You have you have you have the root chakra. Take a look at the sun, right? At first of all, the earth chakra, the root chakra is red. We already spoke about that. If you look at the sun, you know that the first three chakras, from starting from the root, sacral, and the solar plexus. Sacral is orange, solar plexus is yellow. So then that's your earth, and then the sun, and then is the heart chakra, which is green, which is next after the solar plexus, right? And then you have blue, which is the water, right? All right. So then that's another chakra, which is you say the throat chakra, and so on and so forth. And then you got the sky, which is like indigo, right? Indigo, it's like purple, bluish, like. So that's probably what you get like when the it's about to be nighttime. You get the sun going down, the blue, and then it may seem purple. Like I'm saying, I'm not a scientist, but if you look at it that way, you could take these chakras and use these elements of the earth and that's around earth to kind of build up your frequency. Stay on the high vibrational type thing. Um, I also believe still there. All right. I also believe when it comes to our frequency that um, let me move on to the UV light. Your UV light may hurt your skin or something like that, but you just need to. It's nothing you can see. It's beyond your vision, which is ultraviolet A, ultraviolet B, and ultraviolet C. Um, we basically tapped into everything that I was trying to speak about. I wanted you guys to, kind of understand where I had went with this. It's a little tried to be a little scientific on this. Uh, could get a little bit more deep, but yeah. So in the little bit. first scientific video, and I wanted everyone to understand the chakras, right? So when it comes to the root chakra, we just found out that the root chakra is 400 to 80 hertz, right? And the wavelength of the red root chakra is 620 to 780 nanometers, which concerns the earth. Red when it comes to uh, the wavelength of the earth, right? And if you want to get past that, you would be skipping over uh, the orange, the yellow, all the way up into the green. Well, you see, you should be expecting green, which is a 400, 530 frequency. All right, that's the frequency you'll be on it, which is green, and the green is also 490 nanometers to 570 nanometers. All right, so I mean, it's just something to look forward to. The color green concerns money, food, uh, helps you. The trees help give you all oxygen, so you got your comes. All this stuff comes out of the ground. Even when it comes to the soil, it's black. That's why. And also, if you close your eyes, so you can't really see black when too much visible about it. So when you close your eyes, when it comes to the vision of your eyesight, see from the dark, red, the color red, color violet. It's really like a cycle from red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and then you really can't see beyond violet, like the color purple. It's almost like it's going back into like a cycle, uh, a form of light, which is past violet is the ultraviolet. Cool. All right, so yeah, what I did was I took the 1 hertz and equaled it off to 1 trillion terahertz. You can use that as a fact. And am I still there? And my connection is all right. So I'm back. So terahertz has a frequency. I want you guys. Hope you guys learn that terahertz is part of orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. All right, turning your frequency. Then we have we spoke about the meters. 1 meter equals 1 billion nanometers, and 1 meter equals 3 feet, 3 inches, 3.2 inches, 3.28 inches. Right, and so that's where we went to the wavelength of. We try to get the wavelength of the Earth. The number of miles of the Earth, 24,901 miles, right? That would equal up to 40,074,274.9 meters. And if you times that by a billion, you would get around 640 nanometers, which is reflects back to the red, but when we keep it going on how I just calculated everything. And then I took the visible eye. You can't see past 700 nanometers, right? Since the Earth was in within the red root chakra, which which can go to 780 nanometers, which is past the visible eye, right? It's past the visible eye. The 80 from the root chakra, uh, I took 780, the total of the root chakra, and subtracted it by the visible light that we see with our eye, which is 700. And I subtracted it from the 640 nanometers that we got for the Earth, and I came up with 560 nanometers, which is the color green, right? It all kind of makes sense. The rays sometimes notice a lot with the trees, grass, food, so on and so forth. Yeah, so we learned about the visible light,